What is going on, everyone, and welcome to the John Squared Gaming Show, episode 22. I am one of your hosts, John T. Joining me, as usual, is John R. John, Halo dropped. Bobby Kotick's a piece of shit. He got the needler. He got the needler chain. That's it. Everyone have a good night.
Gang, gang.
We're going to
Show's
play
over.
Halo. John, how was your week, brother?
Dude, it's cold. Uh, and normally I like winter. They don't tell you that when you lose weight, it gets colder. You know? Can you stop trying to unplug this? Thanks.
Yeah.
Uh, and it's fucking freezing.
Unfortunately, I don't have that problem because I've been on the upward trend in the weight department as of late. Although I have this week off of work, so I have been going to the gym this week. It's just been a thing where not being 100% comfortable around a lot of
People.
people, yeah,
Yeah.
like consistently at least. Like I know I've been to like shows and stuff, and so that kind of contradicts. And but in my own head, just like knowing that I'm doing it regularly on a consistent base. I don't know. I'm that's just how my dumb brain works, I guess.
No, I'm the same way. I want to go back really, really bad, but I can't do it.
Yeah, it felt really
I
good.
get too freaked out. There's a
You
bug
good?
in here. I don't know how it got in here. It's fucking winter. Why
um
aren't you dead?
so yeah, for those of you who don't know, um green lights behind me. Halo Infinite multiplayer dropped on Monday. Jesus Christ, dude, it's so good. We'll talk a little
So
bit
good.
about our first impressions and a couple things a little bit later on. But before we get into that, we got some not so fun things to talk about. So we'll get into that in just 1 second. But before I do that, I wanted to remind you guys that one, being horny is not a crime. Two, the best way to support us, the best way, I guess that was kind of tone deaf.
Yeah, we
You
should take
know,
that back for now.
most of the time. Our definition of horny is not a crime. Anyways, the best way to support us is by liking and subbing on the platform that you are listening or watching on. YouTube subscription, Twitch, follow or sub would be appreciated. And whatever podcast service you're using, giving us a review be appreciated. And sharing with anyone that you might know. We'd really
Yes.
appreciate that. We appreciate you guys. For those of you who have been here for the last 22 weeks, John,
Shout out.
shout out. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. And yeah, so now we're gonna get into the news, which for those of you who don't know, we've been talking
Being
about
horny,
this.
I just want to. Being horny with consent is not a crime.
Yes. Um, which Activision Blizzard, we got some issues here. We've been talking about it on the show
Yep.
for months at this point. But what's changed is that in when this all first broke, back in like August, I can't remember. It's
Yep.
been a couple months. Um, the CEO Bobby Kotick said that he did not know that any of this stuff was going on, and that he will save the day. He will address these issues, and he takes this very seriously. And then he's made to look like the good guy because we talked about it a few weeks ago about how he took a pay cut, how he's so serious about this. Um, Yeah, that wasn't the case. So I'm pulling this
He's
from Chris Plante, whatever, Plante, um, at Polygon. Um, this is Bobby Kotick must resign. Just that's the which is kind of a it's good to see um video game reporters or just news reporters flat out not like allegedly's and anything like that. It's just done.
yeah.
Like yeah, whatever. Um so it says new allegations in a report from Wall Street Journal suggest the CEO of Activision Blizzard isn't fit to fix the company. In July, not even August. In July, California's Department of Fair Employment and Housing filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard, saying the video game publisher had fostered a culture of constant sexual harassment and discrimination. The report filled with horrific and detailed personal allegations of cruelty made predominantly by female staffers, sparked months of rallies, threats of boycotts, and a flurry of departures from the company. But throughout, Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick claimed that despite his role at top of the company, he had little to no insight into the toxicity that his employees described. He chose denial and aloofness. Wall Street Journal now reports that Kotick was, at best, withholding key information in his response and, at worst, lying to protect himself from backlash that he had already forced out some of his peers in senior most positions of the company. The report alleges that Kotick did know about the toxic culture within his company and that he knew a granular and graphic level. The alleged heinous acts that Kotick has been described as having committed, not on behalf of the company but on himself, are disturbing as they are abundant. John, what
Yeah.
do you, reactions from this?
Uh, yeah. So this broke what yesterday. The and I'm not surprised, not in the slightest. And then today, um, well, I think earlier today, other higher ups in the company basically backed him and marked him exempt from their zero tolerance policy because they say that the threats that or the allegations against him are not credible. So he's immune to it. Which what's the point of enacting the policy in the first place if you're not going to use it?
Right.
Uh, but then I guess a bunch of shareholders also called for him to resign today,
Yeah,
like
a
right
bunch of them did.
after that came out, and still the higher ups are saying no, we're sticking with him. We're gonna keep, we're gonna fix the problem and just keep him in place. And I don't see this ending well. Uh, if the company is going to stick to, if they're going to stick by him, if they're going to stick by, uh, weren't there two other people that were like they were
I,
calling to resign?
they, I'm not 100%. I do know that they're the other like president or whatever when this
That's what
started,
it
they
was.
kind of used him as the scapegoat and sent him, you know, let him resign, but essentially fired him. Um,
But
and
the whole thing is so fucking. I have a hard time with it because I know you and I have talked about this a little bit on, but mostly off of here, where it's like the I can't justify supporting the company in any way, shape, or form, which sucks because I know there's developers there.
right.
But it's like clearly the company doesn't care about their employees and only cares about their wallets. And as long as their wallets aren't getting affected, I don't see a change in any capacity.
Yeah. So like I understand that side of it 100%, and I would never tell anyone who believes that to change that. Like I that's fine. The way that I look at it, because shortly after this came out, employees planned to walk out. They were just gonna completely they like weren't gonna go to work, and so there have been multiple developers at Activision Blizzard basically coming out saying like not directly like please buy our games, please support us, but like letting people know that if you choose not to, it when you normally do, like it does hurt them. And so it for me it's just like I'm leaving that fight up to them, although I'm advocating and we're making sure that we're talking about it. Even on a small tiny little show like this right now, making sure that no matter what, it's being talked about. But I think it's really important um, that the employees, the people who are this is directly affecting, um, and I don't know the number or percentage, but there are enough where they are kind of standing up for themselves, um, and
Uh,
people like Polygon and like bigger platforms, kind of taking a stand with them. I feel like it does help, and even so next up, um, the other article that we have linked to this is PlayStation chief criticizes Activision's response. So we even have Jim Ryan coming out and saying that it's like he's standing against it too. So it's I feel like it's a matter of time before he has to resign, but
This
obviously we'll
I
see.
the thing is, I don't think there is a matter of time. I think that as long as the owners of the company support him, nothing has to get done. If you look at, even because the thing everyone's going off of is their stock prices, they're seeing they're plummeting, and they're not unless you own millions of shares.
Hmm.
They've dropped $3 in the past like 4 months. They've dropped, I think, $11 in the past year, which isn't good by any means, but it's not awful. And I man, I just don't know.
Yeah, well, I
I
mean,
there's
like
no right
share.
answer to this. It's just if I don't think anything will happen unless, like Jim Ryan said something. If he says, "All right, we're just gonna stop posting your games. We're done," until he's gone, then maybe. But unless something like that happens, I don't see, like, they don't. I don't. They have 10,000 employees. 200 walked out, and every year they lay off another 10% anyways. Like they just don't give a shit about the employees. They only care about their wallets.
Um, yeah, well, there are shareholders that are directly calling for him to
Yeah.
be, forced to resign. We'll see, but ultimately, at the end of the day, like do what you think is best for
Yeah.
your own morals and stuff. Don't shame anybody for theirs. Um, and make sure you keep talking about this and spreading awareness like about this, but also if you experience this stuff in your workplace, like making sure you call that out, or if you see anyone, like making sure that this kind of shit gets called out is really important, and it's promising to see bigger figures coming out, but there's still like we said this a couple weeks ago, there's still so much work to do in terms of making this Activision Blizzard a better place. But that's not even like, even if that is completely cleaned and everything's good there, like there's still, that's not the only place. Like we have Ubisoft, we
No.
have even like older Insomniac allegations and stuff like that. So there, it's like industry thing. It's a worldwide workplace thing. It's not just Activision Blizzard. So there's a long way to go, and like Kotick saying when this first broke, we want to be an example of how to handle this. We want other people to look at us as an example. That's a fucking joke right now. That is an absolute joke.
And well, every word that comes out of this guy's mouth makes him look like a bigger piece of shit. And I mean, they hired, what was it, like a couple months ago? They hired, was it co-presidents? There was a guy and a girl.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like a, and then she resigned within months and said that she asked them to pay her. This was while all the allegations are going on, saying that like they treat women unfairly. They paid her a lower salary than him for the same position. So she resigned because she said, "Hey, I want to make as much as him," and they said no.
Yeah, I didn't I didn't read that story, but Jesus Christ. Then
Company's a fucking
also
mess, dude.
also like um the email that was sent the day this news broke to the employees, basically denying all of it and saying that it's that was, and it was sent out by I'm struggling to forget. I remember her last name because it's the same as mine. I think it was Fran Townsend. I think that was her name. um he wrote the email for her, and it was like, oh well, if this is coming from a woman,
Yeah,
this is going to sound so much better. So it came out right after this article came out that he wrote that email for her, and then he had the nerve to later say that was off base or like out of touch for her to say that, like it was tone deaf.
yeah.
That's what he said. Oh man, guy, he
That's
buddy
I.
is just
You know
such a
what?
piece of shit. It is time for him to go.
I'll say this, just in general, and this is, you don't have to claim the stance or I don't, they need to unionize. Any workforce like that needs to unionize because pieces of shit like that don't care. And unless there is something backing them that can hold these people accountable,
Hmm.
it's just you're an ant fighting a an elephant.
Yeah. It sucks. Fuck this guy times 1,000. I really hope he
Fuck all
gets
those people.
what he
Fuck all the
deserves,
corporate
man.
people.
Yeah.
All the fucking suits of the company can go fuck themselves.
Big fucking agree. That's a John Squared gaming show. That's a stamp of approval. Fuck fuck corporate assholes. Or that's an idea for a t-shirt. Fuck
Yeah,
all
fucking
corporate
suits.
um we'll continue to talk about this as long as it's going on in the future. Some more unfortunate but much less consequence news was the GTA remasters that we
Oh,
were looking forward to are a fucking disaster.
yeah, everyone said this is the Cyberpunk of 2021, which is oh boy,
I
that's
would not go
unfortunate.
that far. I would not go that far. I'm pulling from Ryan Gilliam at Polygon as well. It says the definitive editions issue must be seen to be believed. Grand Theft Auto: The Trilogy, the definitive edition, has been getting some heat over performance issues and a variety of poorly received changes from the original games. But just how bad the trilogy performs is something players are only learning as post-launch days roll by. To understand the collector's variety of problems and educate viewers on why they exist, Digital Foundry, which is the YouTube page I told everyone last week to go follow because they're fucking awesome. Digital Foundry has published a 38-minute video breakdown of Grand Theft Auto 3 alone.
That's
Um,
awful, dude.
so yeah, I watched most of that video. It's dude, it's I couldn't believe. The one of the popular ones going around Twitter is the rain. I don't know if you've
Yeah,
seen it. The rainfall. It I cannot believe that looks
you can't
worse than the
see,
PS2.
dude. It's unreal. That's like if you and I just someone put a program on our computer to make video games. That's what we would make.
it's it's so disappointing because the amount of like modders um over the last like 20 years or whatever how long these games have been out, they have made these games, they've remade these games and they have made some really cool mods.
That I
And
mean,
it looks a lot better than this.
hire them, hire them to do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I
They
agree.
have enough hours and experience that they can do it right.
I just didn't think it was any way possible to make a PlayStation 2 game look worse than the original in 2021. Um,
I
big
mean,
oof. Hope they fix it.
but in that regard, like they did accomplish something. So good for them.
They did release a new GTA title since
They put
GTA
out a
5.
game. They sure did.
Um, yeah, awful. Next up, one last bit of bad news, with even I would say less consequence. Unless you're a huge Saints Row fan, but um, Saints Row delay confirmed as colorful reboot now set for August. This is from Ben Tyrer at Games Radar. It says the Saints return has been put on hold, but only for a few months. A Saints Row delay has seen the game move from its original release date of February 25th to August 23rd, 2022. Um, in the post on Saints Row website, Jim Boone, Chief Creative Office of the developer of Volition, writes, our priority is to create the best Saints Row game yet, and if we released on the original date, it wouldn't be up to our standards, or up to these standards that we set ourselves and what you're expecting and deserve. The team just needs more time to do our vision justice. We're doing some fine tuning, and there won't be much change in the game outside the overall quality and polish. He does say later in the article that it was COVID had a lot to do with it. Um, I was looking forward to trying this out. I will say that there's a bigger chance that I play this now that it's in August instead of
Yeah,
November,
for sure.
February. When you look at
I mean,
February, I
it's
wouldn't
too
want to
big.
be a smaller game, and yeah.
Yeah, there's too much going on. Can't do it.
Um,
I God, I hope with the shit it already got from like diehard fans, I hope it's good to go in August. Because
Yeah, I was
if
gonna
not,
ask you,
it's gonna get shit on for no reason.
what are your hype levels for that
Like a
you saw at E3, right? The trailer?
yeah, I'd say like a 7. I mean, I don't know. I didn't play well, I played a little bit of the second one,
Mm-hmm.
like when it first came out, but I was always more like GTA.
Yeah. I've never played any Saints Row game before. So
Yeah.
I'm just down to go into this, give it a shot. It looked interesting enough, although the like the humor seemed a little like Watch
It
Dogs
looks
2 to
like
me.
Fortnite meets GTA.
Um, which sounds after watching your stream yesterday. I don't know about
Hey everybody, there's a video up on our YouTube channel right now. It's an hour of me getting pissed off at Fortnite. Uh,
but
you can have
playing
fun watching that.
as
Oh, playing as Sasuke Uchiha from
um
Naruto, which is just holding as many guns as I can hold.
um yeah, that was an interesting watch. Seeing an anime character like that run around with fucking guns, it just looks so fucking wrong.
Dude,
Uh
they didn't even program in the run either. They're running
that's
normal. I
yeah,
was real bummed
that
out about that.
I was thinking the same thing. Also, it made me think about the Attack on Titan possibility of Warzone, like how much more weird that's gonna look if that does come. Um, all right, next up we got the big one,
Oh, Halo.
Halo.
Halo's out. Halo's out early.
Almost a month early. So this came Monday during the Xbox 20-year anniversary celebration live stream. To close the stream out, they had the multiplayer director come out, said it's launching now. It'll be available. Like it basically was launched minutes after that came out. Um, so I downloaded it, played it right away. I know you and I played it that first night. I've been playing it here and there. Um, I said I had a week off of work this week, but I have not had any rest. It has been nonstop projects around my house. I thought this was going to be a nice vacation, and unfortunately, it's been not the case. But I have been like I was painting and like just thinking about Halo. Anything that I've been doing, I've been thinking about Halo, and if I can get even like 2 rounds in, I jump on and I play a couple rounds. John,
That's
what were
yeah.
your
I spent.
first impressions?
Well, and before we really get into it, I just want to say thoughts and prayers to Battlefield
Yeah,
for being dead. That is
rip.
truly unfortunate. I even say thoughts and prayers to Back for Blood, uh, to Call of Duty,
Forza who
to
just came out like last week.
yeah. I mean, oof, bad timing for all them. But Halo, incredible. I was not doing well. I was doing okay at best. Still had so much fun. I don't know what it is about the game, but like I even because I'm not good. I'm not good at multiplayer shooters. It's well documented at this point. But that one I have more fun with than most.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. But I fucking love it. Um,
Saw a lot of
yeah.
criticism online yesterday and today about it, and those people can fuck off.
Well, we're gonna get into it a little bit, but this is from Hiring Crier. We can't have an episode without you, buddy. From Games Radar, it says Halo Infinite becomes the most played Xbox game on Steam ever in 24
Yeah.
hours. That's 272,586 players to be precise. Halo Infinite is already the most played Xbox Game Studios title of all time on Steam. In case you missed it yesterday, November 16th, Xbox stealth launched Halo Infinite's multiplayer component into open beta with immediate effect across PC, Xbox Series X, S, and Xbox One consoles. As industry analyst Daniel Ahmed notes, Halo surpassed the highest concurrent player count for an Xbox Game Studios title in just 2.5 hours. Um, that is, rip to Battlefield,
That's pretty good.
unfortunately.
That's
Um,
they did okay.
so yeah, the gameplay once you are in the game, it is incredible. The the gunplay, the audio, the maps are really fun. Everything feels so like perfect in the game.
Yeah,
To me at least. The criticism that I've seen a lot of is the stuff outside of the gameplay, which I do
that's
agree with some of it.
yeah. So this we talked about this night one. And I was saving the actual conversation for here. The is it the bat? Is it they are they calling it a battle pass?
Yeah, yep.
That that's really bad. That is objectively bad. I don't agree with the way they're doing it. I think I would assume based on the amount of backlash they're going to change it in some capacity. Uh,
Y-
but it's really bad.
Yeah, so this is also from Hiron Cryer, bless you. It says
Thank you.
Halo Infinite devs say they're listening to feedback on Battle Pass progression. This follows after players voiced their displeasures at challenge-based XP rewards. Halo Infinite developers are listening to feedback about Halo Infinite. Okay, just said that. Yesterday, on
Repeated
November
it.
16th, 343 Director of Communications Brian Gerard shared the information just below via his personal. Oh my God, bro, I'm having a stroke. Via his
Golly.
personal Twitter account. Gerard thanks players for the feedback in a few days since the open beta for Halo Infinite's multiplayer mode went live earlier this week, and pledges to share updates on game's battle pass progression when they have them. Um, this is the biggest problem that I see with Halo right now.
Yeah.
Um, there are times where you I bought the battle pass day one, and there to progress through the battle pass, it's not like typical what you see in other like Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever, and the live service games where get any kind of experience that you get in the game, kills, objective, whatever, no matter what, whatever XP you get feeds into your battle pass XP, and that moves you along. Halo is basically you need to complete certain objectives to earn those points in the battle pass. So if you have a bunch of objectives, um, like one right now is get a kill with the skewer, um, complete a big team battle. There's two objectives that I have right now that are in big team battle, which I've only played one round in, and then there's another one where it's play a certain game mode that you can't even decide to only play.
That I got one of those what was it, Monday? And it
Yeah,
was what is it speedball? That's not speedball.
oddball.
Oddball. What is speedball? Oddball. It said I had to play 3 rounds of that, but it's randomized. Like I can't choose that. So I just
Yeah,
have to wait for it to come up 3 times.
so that I could play Slayer, regular Slayer, get 20 kills, and I only get like one of the XP things because it's you get a certain amount for just completing a match. But it's the lowest amount, it's that's really frustrating. I feel like I'm not being rewarded for, as you saw
Playing.
Monday, being on top of the leaderboard very consistently. I
Slight
didn't
flex.
I well, at least I brought a witness, Um,
That is the only reason I was there was to just witness it. I was not contributing at all.
bro, we won like 90% of our games.
Dude, you
With
can't. You know what? The one thing I'll say, I'll toot my own horn here. You can't touch us in oddball.
no
You
shot.
squad up with your best four. It's just me and John. We'll take two randoms off the street. We're winning.
We'll take your 7-year-old brother and your 4-year-old sister on our team. We're still wiping the
I'll
floor with
bully
you.
them.
No, no, they're on our team. They're on our team, and
Yeah,
we're
I'll still
beating.
bully them. I'll
Okay, all
bully them
right,
while they're playing.
got you. Yeah, actually, right before we hopped on to do the show, I was playing a game of Oddball. Um, the other big problem with the multiplayer is that you can't choose certain objectives or certain game modes. Um, so I get on playing with three randoms. We're playing oddball, and the guy goes, "Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna touch the ball. I'm only here to get kills." And he's saying, because I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, I literally our teammates walking by the skull. I'm the only one who picked it up. And he goes, "Oh, I only care about kills." And another slight flex. I had 2 minutes and 35 seconds with the ball. This guy had none, zero, and he had 25 kills. I had 24. So afterwards, I said something to him. I said, "You really didn't pick up the ball once just to only get one more kill than me? That's strange." He called me a certain word that I won't say, but that's the problem. He doesn't have the option to just go play Slayer because I'm sure that he would. Um,
Yeah.
it's
That
yeah,
so
there's just it's a beta. Everyone has to remember that. So
yeah.
we are going to be getting stuff. They are listening. Um,
And the thing is, this
but
came out a month early. This is the menus and stuff aren't great. They're kind of clunky. The battle pass isn't great, but this is a month early.
yeah,
If everything is set by the release date that they had, I'm okay with it. That's why like I'm not buying
even
the
if it
battle
takes a
pass right
little
now, but
longer.
like
The
uh,
the fact for me like that the battle passes don't expire. You can choose what battle pass to go through anytime you want, which is like it, I can see what they were thinking with the battle pass system where it's objective based. I think you
yeah,
just have to and if I had to decide what we're doing, I am any XP you get from the game factors in, but if you complete those objectives that they give you, you get like massive boosts. Like
yeah,
so it actually matters. But not rewarding people for being good or having good games, um, it stinks. And if the gameplay wasn't as good as it was, then I'd probably not be interested. But at its core, the gameplay itself, um, damn man, it is so good, and it feels so like polished already. Like there's hardly anything they
yeah.
have to do to the gameplay itself, in my opinion. It feels so good. Um, but yeah, other than Halo, John, what have you been playing this week?
Let's see. What do we do Friday?
Apex. You played Apex. Zach
Apex.
and I played
Apex.
Vanguard.
Apex is good. I played nothing but multiplayer games. I don't think. So I played Apex, played Fortnite yesterday, played Halo with you Monday, played Fortnite again today. I'm still getting the taste out of my mouth. I got some dubs. We're good.
Nice,
Uh,
nice.
I think that's it. Man, I have just been too busy to play video games.
Yeah, it's weird. Also, this time of the year is multiplayer season. Like that's
Yeah,
so I obviously been rocking Vanguard. Still enjoying that. Um, I did play some Madden the other day.
forgot Madden
Giants
existed.
the Giants have had a bye week. Um, Also, it's just like mind numbing to me. I can sit there and just like literally like drool on myself because I'm just in like I'm so just I play Madden, just ultimate chill. Um, that's always what that game has been to me. Where I could just sit there for hours, even just playing the same fucking thing over and over again. I just it's
What?
one of those like guilty pleasures, I guess. I will buy that game every year.
Well, I think that what I can say is that next week I'll have more to talk about because I'll be doing Verizon and probably some Deathloop this weekend and next
Yes,
weekend. Now that I
I
have a
love that.
TV that's capable of like doing that at its fullest capacity, I'm
Yeah,
taking full advantage of it.
that's what's up. I did want to start Jedi Fallen Order because it's still a game I haven't played.
Dude,
But
so good.
if Halo didn't like, so anytime I like, if I have a week off, I'll like choose a game. It's like this is gonna be my game for this vacation, and that was going to
Yeah.
be it. before Halo came out, and now it's just like
Halo, come on,
it's gonna be Halo nonstop. So
dude, it's so good.
the other day, I play or so when Halo dropped, I went from Halo and then I played a round of Vanguard with my brother. Um, and I already am feeling the consequences of switching between two games, especially in one night. It is not going to be good.
Tough,
Um, yeah, not
dude. That was
good.
my
So
the first like 2 rounds of Fortnite yesterday. You could well, first of all, uh, DualSense doesn't have the reactive triggers when I'm playing on my PC.
right,
So if you watch the actual thing, you can see me keep zooming in. It's just the slightest bit of pressure on the trigger. I'm not actually pushing down.
yeah,
I also kept trying to slide because we were playing Halo. You can't slide. So I just kept crouching and like that was it. I would
yeah.
stop moving.
I
Yeah,
so I got the
adjusting is
Master
hard.
Chief. I got the Halo Master Chief Elite controller, and adjusting to that has been really hard for me.
Yeah.
Actually, um, I'll go get it in a second just to show you guys. But the being able to increase the tension on your aiming stick, where it is a little bit hard, it just increases the tension a little bit when you're aiming. The analog stick his work it actually has I noticed an improvement, but it was really weird at first, because the one of my biggest problems with the original Xbox series controllers is that the sticks are super like um loose. I don't know. But yeah, and then this is my first controller ever with back paddles, um
The
which
set still blows my mind. Those things are wild. I don't understand them.
they're hard to get used to, a lot harder than I thought they were going to be. When my ring finger wants to push that, my it wants my pointers to hit the trigger too. So when I first played Halo, and I just did a bot lobby, and I was running around, and anytime I was like jumping, I was also like shooting. So it
Yeah.
was just getting used to that. I'm getting there, and it definitely has helped. Um but yeah, why don't you tell everyone a little bit more about your Naruto and Fortnite experience, and I'll be back in like 5 seconds.
Hurry up, because I don't got much to say. It was awful. It was rough. It was a rough night. I think I played it was like an hour and 15 minutes, but it was like 7 or 8 rounds. And oh boy was I bad. It was not good at all. I think I finished in top 10 once, top 15 twice, and then mostly top like 35, which is embarrassing.
Yeah, I still have never played Fortnite, so
You will.
maybe. Um,
All right, we're not going to gloss over that. I almost tried to get you to get on yesterday and buy one of the other skins,
no shot.
but I knew you would have said no.
I've been trying not to buy Halo skins in the game, because the armor skins, they look so sick. Anyways, here it is.
Thing.
Look at that bad boy. Let me get the back
That does
here.
look nicer than I thought. I don't understand them. I don't understand them.
Get that little ping ping ping. Yeah, this controller's fucking awesome.
That's a
I
cheat code.
It is. It definitely is. Um, once I get good with them, definitely. Yeah, it's been really cool. Just this is my first elite controller, so getting this, and figuring everything out has been really fun. But yeah, so other than that, it's just been multiplayer games for me. I really did want to give Battlefield, and I still think I'm going to give Battlefield a shot. Anyone who has Xbox Game Pass, you have EA Play, you get a 10-hour trial for Battlefield, um, where you can play whatever you want, anything for 10 hours. So if Halo isn't your thing, don't ever talk to me again. But also you have that option as
I
well.
might take at least 45 minutes of that 10-hour trial. Give it another shot. The thing I didn't hate it. I just hated how big the map was. The scaling was unreal.
Yeah,
There was no reason for it to be that big.
yeah. All right, for the topic, you may have noticed that we left something out of the news, and that is the Game Award nominations that what came out on Tuesday. The reason we did that is because we are going to cast our votes together. Um, some of this stuff I'm going to have no idea. John's going to have no idea, but we are going to get right into it. All right, and then for video listeners, like we got the actual the voting up on the thing. So
Excuse me.
it started off. It tried to make us do um game of the year first, and I said no 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 no
That's
no.
last, baby.
Yeah, that is absolutely last. So we're gonna get right into this because it's gonna take a minute. So the first one is best esports event. We got 2021 League of Legends World Championship, the International 2021 PGL Major Stockholm 2021, PUBG Mobile Global Championship 2020, and Valorant Champions Tour Stage 2 Masters. No fucking clue what any of these are.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go international 2021 because I don't know what it is, but I feel like it's the most
It looks
non-specific.
cool. Looks cool, right?
Yeah, the one next to it look. Oh, son of a bitch!
Oh no. All right, hold on. We'll come back over
Hey,
here.
take it off the screen. Sign in with
Yeah,
our Twitter so everybody can see.
none of you
Then they can follow
criminals.
along at home.
None of you criminals are getting in. Um,
You know,
well,
our
let me do
shared
it.
email address. Oh, son of a bitch! Did we just? Did we blow it?
We're good. Um,
Oh, okay.
it just wouldn't let me sign in with Twitter. I mean, so we're going the international dub. All right.
The one next to it looks like um America's Got Talent. The thing that was right next to the international.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Best esports coach. We
Oh,
got
boy.
Arat Gaziev, uh, Andriy.
Oh boy.
I'm not doing this, bro.
Sholikov. Sholikov. Just
Sholikov.
say their names. That's the easy.
Uh,
Like say their gamer tags.
Beyond 3.
It's Blade.
Crowder.
Coming up. It's Blade.
Nope. It's Beyond 3. Crowder and Kekoma. Kakoma. Um, I
I
don't
think
know.
I want to go number two because I also have had enough.
You got it, bro. Best esports team: Atlanta FaZe, Dog Kia, Natius Vincere, Sentinels, Team Spirit. Um, I'm down to just throw it to Team Spirit.
What are they playing? What is that game?
No clue. They're holding up a championship though, so they
Yeah,
won.
they won. They won. They get it.
It smells like Team Spirit. That's where my mind went. So that's what we're doing. Best esports
Oh boy.
athlete Chris Simpler, Showmaker Collapse Simple Tens. We're doing Simp. Love
Yeah,
that.
we're doing sim.
I
Yeah.
love people who. All right. Best esports game. We got Call of Duty, Counter Strike, Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Valorant. Um, if you have no say, then I would like to vote Call of Duty.
I
Uh,
was gonna vote Valorant. Never
you
played
haven't
it,
even
but
played it. Get out of here, bro.
seems popular. I just don't get Call of
Most
Duty anything.
most anticipated game. We got Elden
This is
Ring,
hard.
God of War Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, the sequel to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and Starfield. Um, for me, it's Breath of the Wild.
I think mine's God of War.
All right, we'll give it God of War, and then I'll go
Next time we
sign
can
in with
flip a
another
coin.
account. Okay.
You son of a bitch.
Best debut indie. The Artful
You
Escape.
see, you get to take this one because I haven't played any of these, nor
Okay.
have I heard of any of them.
The Artful Escape, The Forgotten City, Kana, Bridge of Spirits, Sable, and Valheim. Kana, for me. Absolutely love that
Didn't
game.
we talked about
What?
playing Valheim, didn't we? Wasn't that a thing, or
Yeah,
am I?
yeah. Haven't done it though. Content Creator of the Year. We got Dream, Fuzzly, Gals, Ebai, Grefg.
The only one
Don't
I've heard
know.
of is Dream.
Then we're going Dream. Shout out Dream. Best multiplayer game, we got Back for Blood, Knockout City, It Takes Two, Monster Hunter Rise, New World, and Valheim.
Back for Blood. I mean, that's easy.
I my vote would be It Takes Two, but
Really? I haven't played it, so I can't.
yeah, it's phenomenal.
I guess I wouldn't know.
Best sports slash racing game, we got F1 2021, FIFA 2022, Forza Horizon 5, Hot Wheels Unleashed, and Riders Republic. I've only played two of these games, and I would definitely give it to Forza Horizon 5.
I don't under. So it's just best racing games and then also FIFA.
Yeah,
I mean, I would go for FIFA, but I haven't played FIFA 22 yet. So if you
I'll
want to
go
go
to Forza.
for Forza, why do I keep
For
saying Forza?
Forza. Best sim slash strategy, we got Age of Empires, Evil Genius 2, Humankind, Inscription, and Microsoft Flight Simulator. I've only played Flight Sim, so unless you have anything else to say, I'm down to vote.
Can you do 9/11?
Huh? Oh, I forgot. I'm looking. Jesus Christ, my brain. We're just gonna move on. We're gonna
You were
move
looking for
right.
9/11 the game? Come
I was like,
on.
best family game. We got It Takes Two, Mario Party Superstars, new Pokemon Snap, Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and WarioWare Get It Together. This is described as for the best game appropriate for family play, irrespective of a genre or platform. This is weird. I always pictured this game as like best game to sit down with your family, but I guess it really is just like best kids game. Um,
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
going. I'm going. It Takes Two.
I was gonna say we can give it this one since it didn't get the other.
I want to. I want to shout this game out as much as I can. I really do love this game. It's on Game Pass. You have no excuse to play it except for if you don't have any friends, then you have an excuse. Sadly.
No excuse not to play it.
Um.
You said no
Sure.
excuse to play it, and that's saying don't
Okay.
play it.
Yeah. You have no excuse not to play it.
There we go.
Best fighting game. We got Demon Slayer, Guilty Gear Strive, Melty Blood, Type Lumina, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl, and Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown. John, have you played any of these games?
No, I've done Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. I think we talked about that, right? I also
Yeah.
kind of like
What?
Demon Slayer. I was gonna say that looks fun. Can you do?
Yeah, you can
Just keep
change it
voting?
before you go to the
That's
next one.
illegal.
Which one are
What
we
was
doing?
what was your vote for? You didn't. You just asked me.
I haven't played. I've only played Nickelodeon All Star Brawl. I played a demo of it.
I haven't played any of them.
Okay, we'll vote Demon Slayer because it's the best anime. Um, best role playing: Cyberpunk 2077, Monster Hunter Rise, Scarlet Nexus, Shin Megami Tensei 5, Tales of Arise.
Haven't played any of these, but any game where I can make my dick bigger is a game that I approve of.
Um, yeah, I played Scarlet Nexus. I liked it, but if we take away the bullshit with Cyberpunk, at the game at its core, I think it's just a better game to me.
Fair
Best
enough.
action slash adventure game. We got Marvel's
Ooh,
Guardians of the Galaxy, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village.
this is tough. I know you've played all of these. I've only played
Yeah.
two of them. The only two I've played are Psychonauts, Ratchet, and Clank. Ooh,
I'm
an
leaning
old
towards
boy.
Ratchet and Clank personally.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Psychonauts is close, but Ratchet and
Yeah,
Clank
it
was so
just
fucking good.
yeah, I think Ratchet just had a little bit more polish. The world was so fun. The worlds that you go traveled through. Um,
Psychonauts 2 had so like the cutscenes were just too much for me. If they
yeah.
shortened those, it would have been a lot better.
Best action game. We got Back for Blood, Chivalry 2, Deathloop, Far Cry 6, and Returnal. Um, for me, I'm going Returnal.
See, I haven't played it. I've played the rest. I would. Oh, Far Cry 6 is better than I thought it was going to be. Deathloop is funny. I think I'd give it to Far Cry 6 in terms of just pure action games. You want to hang on? Heads or tails?
Tails.
All right. Siri, flip a coin. Dumb bitch. Turn my phone off. Siri, flip a coin. It's heads.
That's kind of disgusting, but okay.
Shout out Siri. Hey, fuck you. What do you mean it's disgusting, coward?
Returnal is just miles of a better game than Far Cry 6. Best VR or AR. I've only played or Hitman 3, but it wasn't in VR. But I'm down to just give it to Hitman.
Yeah, I mean VR scares me.
Innovation in accessibility. We got Far Cry 6, Forza Horizon 5, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and The Veil Shadow of the Crown. I think Far Cry 6 wins this.
Yeah,
It seems like they have infinite. Ubisoft
they do a
is
real good job
just
with
so
it.
good. Yeah.
Awful to their employees, but real good at making games.
Best community support. We got Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky. Apex Legends for me.
If we're talking about like the the fan base plays a massive part in how the game develops, it's got to be Fortnite.
Okay.
I don't like how I don't like the
I
tone
don't.
in which you said that.
I'm not heavily involved in any of those communities. So I mean, you
I
play
see
Apex and Fortnite more than I do, so I guess you would know.
I just see Fortnite trending 24/7. The fans always, whatever they call for, within 2 months it's in.
Best mobile game presented by Verizon. Shout out Verizon.
Yeah, shout out.
Fantasian, Genshin Impact, League of Legends, Marvel Future Revolution, Pokemon Unite. I'm rocking Genshin Impact.
Crazy that Clash of Clans isn't on there.
Mm, no, seems about right.
I feel like it probably should be on there.
Genshin Impact is sick. Um, I haven't played as much as I want to, but it is I have played, and the only time I have played it has been on mobile. I have not downloaded it on my PS5. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's
I
fun.
don't play mobile games. I have way too many consoles at home to be on my phone playing video games.
Hmm. This indie game, 12 minutes, Death's Door, Inscription, Kena Bridge of Spirits, and Loop Hero. I have played Death's Door, 12 minutes, and Kena. I just
I haven't played
personally,
any.
I'm rocking Kena again. Um,
I've heard Inscription's really good though. And 12 minutes I heard was
it
iffy.
it wasn't that great, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Kena, man, I just can't say enough good things about it. Just really, really fun. Best ongoing game. We got Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Warzone.
Oh boy.
You know where my vote is.
I know
Warzone.
where my vote isn't. Mine is for sure Apex.
You gotta flip that coin.
Heads or tails?
Tails.
Tails.
Warzone.
I'm gonna go on record
Um,
saying Warzone does the opposite of uh, advance the game.
okay, we didn't ask. So, games for impact.
You know, my name's on the title too. I can say what I want.
Games for impact. For a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. We got Before Your Eyes, Boyfriend Dungeon, Chicory, Life is Strange, True Colors, and No Longer Home. Haven't played any of them.
Yeah, I haven't. Boyfriend Dungeon sounds kinky. Haven't played any of these though. All right.
We'll go
Hopefully
Boyfriend
we
Dungeon.
didn't
You
just
said kinky, and it
uh
got me excited. So, um, was almost just gonna do it without saying anything. But I had to let the audio listeners know that I'm horny. Best performance awarded
thank
to an
you.
individual for voiceover acting, motion, and or performance capture. We
This
got
is
Erica Mori as Alex Chen from Life is Strange: True Colors. Giancarlo Esposito as Anton Castillo in Far Cry 6. Jason Kelly as Colt Vaughn of Deathloop. Maggie Robertson as Lady Dimitrescu at Resident Evil Village. I did just say I was horny. And Ozioma Akaga, I'm so sorry, as Juliana Blake at Deathloop. This is tough. Um,
no, not for me. It's Giancarlo Esposito, 100%.
I think I'm going Jason Kelly as Colt. Um, so it's another toss up.
What do you want? Heads or tails?
Tails.
Siri, flip a coin. Fuck you.
Colt.
It's my
Uh,
fucking fuck you. Piece of shit.
Next we got best audio design, recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design. We got Deathloop, Forza Horizon 5, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, and Returnal.
Deathloop.
Um, Mine's between Resident Evil Village and Returnal. Um,
I just like listening to the NPCs in Deathloop just have conversations.
yeah, I guess that's a part of it. I think it's Resident Evil. I remember when I was streaming that game, um, having my headset on and genuinely hearing, thinking that something, a door was opening behind me or footsteps were behind me. We don't have the streams anymore, but when I was streaming them, there were so many times where I was like looking over my shoulder. It was phenomenal. I think I have to give it a Resident Evil.
That's yeah. I'm not gonna fight you on it.
I know it's not something that you played.
Something that I watched
Best
you play.
best score and music. We got The Artful Escape, Cyberpunk 2077, Deathloop, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Near Replicant. Um,
I think you would say Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
100%, like a thousand
Yeah.
percent, yeah.
I mean, I
Deathloop,
like the movies, so
Deathloop was like it was
it
good.
was yeah, it was fun, but
I didn't, I don't remember there being a ton of like I remember when once you start the action, like it's the same. It felt like it was the same thing coming on over and over again.
yeah, it's got like
It
the
was
Brooklyn
fun.
Nine-Nine theme song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cheating because they have so many licensed songs. Um, but I got rickrolled as I opened it up for the first time. So there's nothing I can do about it, unfortunately.
Yeah, it
Uh,
actually not only wins, but takes your paycheck we like weekly for the next year.
best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. We got The Artful Escape, Deathloop, Kena Bridge of Spirits, Psychonauts 2, and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. This is fucking tough.
Yeah. For me, I want to say Psychonauts just because it varies so heavily, but
Ah,
Ratchet and Clank is good.
and Kana Bridge of Spirits. Oh man, it's okay. So I will say Kana was phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. The part of me that wants to give it to Kana is because it's kind of the underdog here. It's an indie studio, and it went blow for
Yeah.
blow with Psychonauts and Ratchet and Clank, in my opinion. But at the end of the day, I think it comes down to Psychonauts and Ratchet and Clank. Oh, because yeah, like you
Well, the
said,
thing is, Ratchet and Clank, it does, it almost gets an advantage because it was designed for the
yeah.
PS5 and those graphics are next level.
Hmm. That's what
But like,
it comes down to the variation and the shit in Psychonauts versus the polish and like sexiness
how
of
good it
Ratchet and
looks.
Clank.
Yeah.
Um, oh man, my gut is telling me Psychonauts.
Yeah. Mm, we could just vote again on our own time. I
Well,
think
this is the
Psychonauts.
official. Okay,
Oh yeah, no, no,
this
no. I
is the
mean,
official John Squared
if
Gaming Show.
people didn't hear me say that. It's fine.
Best narrative for outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. We got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Life is Strange, True Colors, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, and Psychonauts 2. John, what do you vote?
Yeah, I never finished Deathloop, so I still don't know what the overarching story is. Psychonauts 2, pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm gonna leave
So
deliberation up to you.
for me, it comes down to Guardians of the Galaxy and Psychonauts 2. Um, It Takes Two is kind of in the mix, but Guardians of the Galaxy was just such a fun story. It wasn't none of the I don't in my opinion none of these games are like groundbreaking narratives. This is not a
Yeah,
like last year with Last of Us Part 2 like
and
um
Ghost of Tsushima,
yeah, we are
both.
not
I mean,
this is not in the same stratosphere. I'm going Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy though. Uh yeah, I am. Um it was just probably my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy story. Um
that's fair.
between this and the movies, it was so good. It deserves the recognition. Best game direction, we got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Returnal, Psychonauts. I gotta go to bed, bro. Psychonauts 2 and Ratchet and Clank Rift
Is that
Apart.
Psychonauts?
Psychonauts. This is tough. My vote is Deathloop. No, It Takes Two. That's my vote.
Mm, heads or tails? Tails.
Tails.
Yeah. Flip a coin. It's heads. We're going
All
Ratchet
right.
and Clank.
Why?
Man, I don't know. It just the award for outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Yeah, there's nothing really groundbreaking or innovative, but it's the only one I finished. The only one of two I finished. Take that.
This is,
That's a well
I don't
thought out vote.
I don't think that it has anything to do with finishing it. I mean, it helps. For me, It Takes Two. The reason I would vote It Takes Two is because the amount of moments in that game where I was like, oh, I haven't seen this before. Or oh, this is so cool. I never would have thought of this. And the like aha moments, the oh, like how did we not think of this? And I played this entire game with my wife, who's smarter than me, and there was still sometimes that she couldn't figure it out at first. So um
You know what? I'm changing my vote. I'm going with Deathloop.
okay.
I normally when it says something like creative vision and stuff, I like to see it all the way through before so I can see that vision realized.
Yeah.
Uh, but I feel like the idea behind Deathloop, without having finished it, is it's pretty good. I don't usually like those
Yeah,
kinds of games, but I was in on that.
that's why like I started with Deathloop because I think it's such a phenomenal. It does that loop type game so well. But It Takes Two, man, like I said, there's so many moments that just like wowed me or surprised me, and it was so creative. I've never played anything like it. It's so fucking good. I love seeing it nominated in all these, especially our final one for Game of the Year. We got Deathloop, It Takes Two, Metroid Dread, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and Resident Evil Village. John, what is
So,
your Game of the Year?
well, no, no. What we're
Out
gonna
of
do
out of
first?
these games.
Which ones do you want to cross off first? Which ones are we not
Uh,
putting in the? I think Metroid Dread is out.
Metroid Dread and Resident Evil Village.
Okay, so it's down to the final four.
Deathloop,
This
It
is
Takes Two, Psychonauts 2, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
so. Uh,
Hmm.
this is really really tough.
My,
Do you have
I'll
any
go.
idea what you're
I'll
picking?
go while you're voting. Mine is 100% Deathloop. Um, this was the one game this year that I thought about before it came out. It was all I thought about when it came out, and I wasn't playing it. And after I finished it, I was still thinking about it. And I went in and did loops when I didn't have anything left to do. I completed every objective. I got every weapon. I completed everything. I just went in for no reason after. Just to be in the world again. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Arcane is just masterclass. They 100% deserve all of these nominations. This deserves the vote.
So mine's for Ratchet and Clank.
Okay.
Uh, it's the first game I've ever taken the time to platinum.
Same.
It's the first game I've finished twice. Uh, like on the normal mode and then on the new game plus mode. I think this game is uh like it's the epitome of next gen. It it shows the capabilities and the I don't know, the visuals and all that everything that you would think when you heard about the PS5 or the Xbox Series S or X. It it embodies all that in a game. Plus it was fun.
Yeah. It was just like if I had to describe the game in one way, it would just be flat out fucking fun. It's
Yeah.
it's just there's nothing crazy. They didn't really iterate too much on the Ratchet and Clank gameplay, but it was so polished. The story was it got a lot of shit for the story. It was fine to me. It wasn't like it was,
I what
I saw where
do
it
you
was
expect?
going.
I mean, do you expect Ghost of Tsushima narrative?
Yeah,
Fucking
like
Ratchet and Clank.
yeah, I the story was very good. It wasn't like great or anything, but it was solid. Um the gameplay was just sharp and fun. 100%. So I like that Psychonauts 2 is in here because I do think that um this is everything that I wanted out of this game. Um,
Yeah.
that's another game that I went back to almost immediately. So I think I've just changed because before like last year, even no, even last year, like I loved The Last of Us Part Two. Absolutely fucking loved it.
Yeah.
When I finished that, I didn't touch it for like 6 months. Um, that I thought at the time it had more to do with it just being so exhausting. Like it was like emotionally and mentally exhausting to get through that game. Um but then Ghost of Tsushima I didn't jump into after I beat it. Starting this year, I beat starting with Resident Evil actually. I beat it and then I jumped back into it. And I just started playing it all over again. And then I did it with Ratchet, and then I did it with Psychonauts, and then I did it with Deathloop. Um, I don't know if it's just me changing or if these games have some kind of element to it that I can't put my finger on. Um, I all of these games are really fucking good, and in my opinion, I would have taken either Dread or Resident Evil out and put Returnal in. Even though I still don't think it wins, I think it deserves the nomination because how sharp and how fun that game was. Um, but yeah, I've said it from the second I started playing Deathloop. That's my game of the year. It was just so fun, man, and exploring that world. I There were so many loops that I did with that where I was just exploring the world. I wasn't even trying to accomplish anything. I was just walking around
Yeah.
trying to remember where everything was. Yeah, 100% that's where my vote is. I get Ratchet and Clank. I get any of these games winning. This is definitely a year. Um I don't understand, like, I don't get when people get really mad when other games like, obviously the Last of Us Part 2 last year won like every fucking award. Um the amount of people that just got so mad about it. And it's easy for me to say because it's my like favorite game ever. Um but like the amount of people who got mad about it, like it's just somebody else has a different opinion than you. It's not like
And
no
I
one's
mean that was fucking people were pissy about that because of the first like 2 hours of the game. And it's like if you're not gonna play past that, then be a little whiny brat. Game is fucking incredible. It deserved all the awards it won.
even if you played through the game, if you played through all of it and you did not like it, that's fine. Other people just have a different opinion than you, and your opinion is wrong. But yeah, anyways. So yeah, I guess it's down to Deathloop and Ratchet. Tails never fails. Flip that shit.
Siri, flip a coin.
Show that shit to the screen.
That's not gonna focus, is it?
I saw it. Ratchet
It's
and
heads. It
Clank.
just can't.
Yeah, I got it. Ratchet and Clank
The
Rift
people at
Apart.
home, it was heads.
Um, so this is out of the games
Yeah.
that were nominated. Um,
Anything not get nominated that should have been besides
I don't
Returnal?
know, but if we can think of it, don't we'll save it because I did want to do an episode of our own awards. Um, where
Oh, okay.
we pick the nominees, we pick the winners. I mean, we pick the winners here for us, but like it'll be our own award show that I want to do. Where then we can take the time to think about nominations and stuff and actually develop a system um with how we choose the winners and stuff because we do have two opposing opinions. So I did want to do that probably either a week before or after the Game Awards. Although we are gonna stream the Game Awards, or I plan on doing it, at least just hanging out
Oh, I'll
watching
be there.
that.
I already have
Yeah,
my tie picked out.
nice. Yeah, I'm stoked for it. But that's it. Let us know what opinions of ours are shitty and what you would have changed if you did. And let us know what your game of the year is in the comments. Or add us on Twitter at John Squared Pod because we would love to know and we'd love to talk to you about it. But thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We love you guys. Until next week, stay horny, stay hydrated. Peace.